Over the past few years, I have worked in several customer service type jobs, and I have talked to people in higher positions in their company, and I've learned a few things along the way. But what I think is the most important is that communication is key for a business to operate more effectively and timely. And during our roundtables, we had discussed how each person had to communicate in their company and in the different ways that each person had done it. Like one person has to video conference every day to talk about their daily progress or any problems that they had found during the day, and others, internal ways of communicating within a facility, a company, to pass information from one person to another to complete daily tasks or projects. Either way, I learned that it is very important to learn how to communicate effectively in every possible way. You never know what could happen, and all of a sudden, you have to find a new way to communicate. Like, look at the situation we're in now with the coronavirus outbreak. Professors and students are forced to communicate online. Professors have to find a way to communicate the information that is needed for the students to understand what we're working on. And the students, if they're stuck or have a question, they have to find a way to communicate with the professor and make them understand what it is that they are stuck on, so the professors can then help them with their problem. Other ways we can talk about ways to help troubleshoot any problems that occur with online communication like this, and go forth to help people and learn how to communicate online better and more effectively. With communication, there are lots of different things that we can talk about and lots of ways people can learn to communicate better. We can talk about the written communication and the oral communication and the different ways that each of those go. So like written, we can email, letters, any way to pass information internally in a company without going online, on paper. Orally, like face-to-face communication, interviews, helping someone in a company or business, working on a project, your group mates, help them understand what they need to know better or have them help you better. All those different ways that we can talk about. We can talk about how companies communicate between the facilities and how to effectively pass information to them, and passing information effectively between people and or groups save time on projects, daily procedures, and meetings. And when companies save time, they save money, and that is the goal for every company, to save as much money in their expenses so they make more in profits. This is why I think that this is what our group should talk about in our informational speech. Communication is the key to making a business run smoothly, and that is why I believe that everyone should learn how to communicate effectively in both written and oral communication.